Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Ilona with Spiritual Giant, and I'm coming to you today for a situation, action, outcome card reading with internal, external energies and a few other messages for this particular week in October. And these videos are timeless, so if you find this on another day and it resonates, that's great. Take whatever works with you and leave the rest behind. So I'm going to get right into it. We've got, for the situation right now, is the Nine of Swords. And this particular card says suffering and silence. So the Nine of Swords is fear, anxiety, and it's not that unusual to think we would be experiencing this right now with Venus in retrograde, because it is really calling, or excuse me, it's retrograde in Scorpio. And so it's really calling for us to dive deep and to go within ourselves, look sort of, Scorpio is, about the underworld and so forth. And so it's really about looking at the situation, is looking at where we are in terms of past hurts, clearing out those things, clearing out the old wounding, and releasing fear and anxiety, releasing those kinds of emotions and feelings. The action card that we got today is the sacral chakra. So, the sacral chakra is all about creativity. And it's also about sexuality and sort of the emotions card or chakra. So it's like this is anything in your digestive area, anything in your lower stomach, that part of your stomach there. So the Spirit is really calling on us right now to be creative, to take your focus off of the fear and the anxiety. And it's time, if you're having any struggle with addiction, it's time to end those addictions. It's time to let those things go, because they're just causing fear and anxiety anyway. It's time to step into your creative power. It's time to start those projects. To really get those creative juices flowing. That's the action. Even if it is just doing some yoga or singing or dancing or, getting out the coloring book, the adult coloring book, and doing a little bit of coloring. The action that Spirit is calling for us is to be creative, to get this particular chakra in balance. And then the outcome from that action is the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. The Six of Pentacles is, again, about balance. It's equal exchange. It's giving and receiving. In this particular card, it says material and spiritual prosperity. So it's sort of balancing between the material and the spiritual world. And then, of course, it's coupled with the Eight of Wands. And so what I'm getting from this is, if you do work on some creative projects, if you do get that sacral chakra balanced, the outcome is going to be quick moving energy into this balanced material and spiritual sort of harmony. It's going to be really balancing out those two energies in your life and seeing things quickly come in. For some of you, this could also mean travel. So it may require that you travel, that you move, that you change locations. So if that resonates, just know that getting this sacral chakra cleared and balanced, if you are in a transition, it will help move that forward so that your material world will be in balance with your spirit world. The bottom of the deck is, the overall theme is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is, about rest and rejuvenation. It's about meditation. It's about taking a moment of reflection. It's about resting and stepping back. And so the overall theme here is, that we have been in a place of sort of reflecting, and maybe that's what's causing a lot of this fear and anxiety, okay? And so Spirit is saying, look, if you're going to spend time thinking, be still. If you're going to spend time in quiet, be still instead of letting the ego brain go in overdrive. And I love that this is someone, this figure is sitting in the woods, in nature. And, now this time of year is really a beautiful time, at least for the Northern Hemisphere, to get out into nature. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. And so it's a really good time to reconnect with, with outside, reconnect with Mother Nature, reconnect with Mother Earth, and get into that place of receiving. So the internal energy we have this week is broken heart. And what this card usually represents is that there's a healing that's happening. What I'm getting is that for some of you that is the case, and for some of you, you need to be open to receive that healing. That Spirit is trying to create this balance for you, create this new level of understanding, this oneness connection with Spirit, but it's really requiring you to be open to receive that healing. For some of you, there's been a lot of this anxiety has been released, and then that's the smaller, I believe that's the smaller collective, but the larger collective, there's this anxiety that still needs to be released. And it's this trusting, it's opening up and allowing the healing to take place. And that's the external energy is the angel of balance. And, this is Spirit saying we are externally supporting you in trying to help you achieve this level of balance. There is this balancing between the material and the spirit world that is happening, and the angels are the spirit guides, Source is really helping move that energy to you. But again, it's about reconnecting, knowing that it is being open to receive that balance. I pulled a surrender card for this particular week, and it says, surrender to your full power. At the bottom it says, your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. And, if we look at the overall theme, it's sort of been this idea of rest and relaxation, going within, checking in to see where we're still wounded, where we might be still feeling some fear and anxiety. And with the action card being, get creative. Notice we've got orange in both of these cards. It's like getting creative and understanding what powerful beings we are. Getting into that co-creative spirit. Okay, getting into that co-creative spirit and knowing that the balance is there. Externally, you're being supported to create that balance. But stepping into your full power is definitely warranted right now, and where Spirit is sending us. And then the last two cards that I pulled, this is from the Wisdom of the Avalon, and this is the Owl. And it says deception and wisdom. And what I'm getting from this, because the intuition card came out, is definitely this is more about going, again, we got the overall theme of going within. Well, there's no point of going within if we're not going to connect to our intuition, to our wisdom. And not only do we carry the wisdom that we've generated and received and earned from this life, but from all of our other lives as well. And so go in and tap into that intuition, and you'll know what your creative project should be. You'll know where you need to step into your full power. Those things will become much more apparent to you. The other thing that I like about this intuition card is, when you're looking at fear and anxiety as the situation that we're dealing with at the moment, intuitively, where that's coming from. Okay, so it's time to take action to heal those wounds, let go of those old limiting belief patterns, seek out this balance that the universe is trying to give to you, and following your intuition on what creative projects are best for you. You can't do it wrong, but there are times when you're better served to do, it'll really work in your favor. So go into your intuition and really discover where it is that you need to be creative, what projects you need to actually be putting your energy and attention into this particular week. So definitely a week of action. Is what I'm seeing, and looking at orange foods, orange clothes, orange energy, that will help keep your sacral chakra in balance if it's not currently in balance. So be mindful of those things. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I send you lots of love. Namaste.